Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. I just wanted to express to certain people about patience and what happens over time when you actually sit back and understand and become more patient. And I want to talk to people about awareness and wokeness because I feel like it's becoming a political tool, just like anything, just like they do with religions and stuff. But before I explain any of that, I want to explain what happened in a game I'm playing called Whiteout Survival. I'm on state 3039, and we're about to go into state versus state with 3030. Well, recently, within every 2 weeks, you battle for this middle castle in the state, and then the state picks a president of the winner, right? Whichever guild won. Well, we've been dealing with leadership changes recently, and outside of that, our guild had a leader change recently because the guy quit. He said he's tired of the drama, which I think I'm about to also, but I'm not sure yet. But anyway, so when we got this new leader, the dude was, kind of irritating me for a while. He was doing things that I didn't understand, but I let it go. When we did take control of the castle, he was giving everybody perks and gifts and everything, but was telling us like, okay, we need to be nice to everybody. But so then we got a new president that started punishing people and destroying people and not letting them get buffs and stuff, right? A buff is like a strengthening. It gives you power on a game. Well, the reason why this is important is because recently the dude's like, I don't want to lead. I don't want nothing to do with this stuff. It's too much stress, blah, blah, blah. So he, stepped down. We lost the battle, whatever. Well, somebody in the world chat, there was somebody named Sandir. And I said, the Sandir make good sandwiches. Sandir is not a American name, I guess, so I don't know if that's a boy or girl. I just go off sand, right? Sandwiches. Well, then another player got in the chat and they go, don't do that. That's misogynistic. That's my girlfriend. I was like, whoa, 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 this isn't misogyny. The name was Sandir. I said I had no idea Sandir was a chick. That's when the dude starts going off and goes, well, do you win events by using your EBT link card? I know you're the poorest worker at the factory. You need welfare. Yo, so then I started going off and snapping on him, right? And then he started saying more racist shit. Well, our guild leader who just lost the Sunfire Castle was like, I'm not interested. I don't want to deal with politics. Now, before I continue, he had a name, and in the name, it was in Korean, and it was MAGA. And he wanted to change the guild name to ICE, but I snapped on him and told him no. He was kind of butthurt after that, right? I don't know if he's Korean or not. He says he's from Singapore. So a couple weeks go by and all this drama is getting started because the new people who own the castle are like punishing a bunch of people and they're getting sick of it. Well, in order to win this event that's coming up, I said we should merge with the people who are upset. This don't got nothing to do with the upset part. They're a higher level guild. They're number one on the guild ranking. So I said we should merge with them and invited all the leaders to a chat. So we were all in the chat. We were all good. We were all talking about it. I woke up this morning after spending hell on an event and doing all this stuff without a guild. I was like, what the fuck happened? The only person that could kick me is the guild leader, Bobby. So I said, okay, what the fuck? He sends me all these messages like, you don't dictate whether or not we merge with guilds and it's going to cause drama, blah, 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 blah. And I talked to the other leaders and a couple of the people that call themselves my brothers and have been with me since the beginning. He's like, they said they wanted you out too. So imagine I woke up, everybody was against me. I'm like, what the fuck? So then I got people messaging me excited about the merge and talking about how. So I'm like, what the fuck? I messaged him back and he's sending me messages like they don't like you and they don't want you in the guild and blah, 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 all this stuff, right? So I'm like, what the fuck? I messaged this guy who claims to be my brother, right? This dude's like, oh, we are brothers. Woo. He's like, I never said I didn't like you, and I just said I didn't want any drama. You are my brother. I said, well, come along with the guild with me. Because everybody that's in this new guild is in there because of me. I was ranked number 4th on the server a long time ago, so we joined the highest ranking guild. All of them are WoW. The old guild name was WoW. So now all these people are like, we don't know him, we don't want nothing to do with him, blah, 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 and they kicked me. So the guild who they didn't want drama with invited me and have been welcoming and friendly to me, right? And told me don't worry about it, but they're the top ranked guild. Now, this isn't about video games and stuff. I brought this up for a reason. I was sitting in my chair getting so worked up. I'm ranked 6th on the server. I was ranked 2nd in the guild. And we're about to have a state versus state battle. I was ranked 1st on SVS leaderboard. But it goes towards alliance points. So when they kicked me, I was like, fucked. All this shit I just did, I was fucked, right? So I was sitting there in the new guild Vin pissed off. I'm like, why would he kick me over a merge? He's in the chats. I don't know what's going on. It's like a total bullshit out of nowhere, right? So then, all of a sudden, my mind said, hey, sit back and be patient. Who has ever transgressed you, whether it's a video game, whether it's a job? Matter of fact, I'm going to bring up my old job at this point. My old job is predominantly state pay. They are predominantly federal funding. You'll probably wonder why I have a smile on my face after all this dirt they just did to me. Because it's psych care. Look at what Trump just did to federal funding and healthcare and psychology. You see a lot of shit on the news. You see all them psychologists running around talking about inadvertently, my enemy just crushed my enemy. And it's a continual, perpetual cycle. So what do you think happens to a business when they lose all their funding damn near? And so just like this, because the guild I was in, I was already about to quit. I'm just being honest. And I was going to bring all those brothers and sisters with me to merge so we could create a superpower. But that's why the leader kicked me. He knew what I was doing. He was being a bad leader, losing on purpose. And this new leader who's being punished and everybody is a woman. And all these men with high ranks are joining their guild because they're chick. They do little cute smiley faces in chat. The hee-hees, the ha-has. I'm a girl. But who do I advocate for in my videos? Women. I told you, you are a living soul. You are who you are. And on this planet, you are going to have to survive. The little religious dances, the little religious book, none of that shit is real. All the little fan clubs, none of it's real. I thought I was in there like swimwear in the middle of a stronghold. That's actually falling apart. That's why I was trying to create a merge. But all these people around me are like, no, we don't like him. Kick him now all of a sudden. So what's about to happen to this guild? As I explained, what was going to happen to Trump if he won? What's going to happen to Christianity? What's going to happen? Oh my God, what videos do people need to watch? So continue forward. What's about to happen to this guild is they're inflated because of a whale that's up top that's spending a bunch of money. He's going to either quit, transfer, or get pummeled. When that happens, or quit, when that happens, the rest of the guild, because it's inactives, the rest of the people are going to flock. But you know what they're going to do first? They're going to message me. All them little traitors. And they're going to say, JB. That's what happens in reality. Look at MAGA right now. They were so headstrong when Trump was racist. Now he's turning into an elitist, only help certain billionaires, his friends and family, because the other corporate people are getting screwed with tariffs. Now, they're all flocking to whatever they can find. Look, they're like, is Nick Fuentes liberal now? They have no souls. And if you happen to have one, if you happen to be aware, break away from all this bullshit. You'll notice I make videos every day and I go to work, damn near. I don't go to clubs. I don't go to family vacations. I don't do none of that stuff. It doesn't. People all the time say, do all these things before you die. It's going to change something. Live with excitement. Live it out. You guys are acting in a play. And the real people who try to help you all constantly, you take your shovels with the fake shrills, put them under the dirt. Put them under the dirt. You do it at 2 miles per hour because you all are just sheep and shrills. So the people never really get hurt. And the ones that do get buried I'm going to explain. So more times than not, the people who you're burying just crawl away. And you're all like, bury it. Then when they're on an island somewhere laughing at you all be destroyed, you all are digging up their butt. Help. Let me explain why. Who do they cling to for religion? Christ, we killed you. Who do they cling to for equality? Martin Luther King, we shot you. Who do they cling to when they go to prisons and get raped? Come on. And now a real misogynist is in office taking all their money and turning them into bitches. Kamala, why didn't you fight hard enough? It's just a continual, perpetual, stupid ass system. And the thing about being truly awakened is what's going to happen is at first you're going to panic. Maybe. I panicked. I started going around and people sounded like robots and NPCs. I started to panic because it was happening all my life, but I wasn't aware to it. I wanted to be a part of the groups. I wanted to be friends with somebody. I wanted to do this to make them happier, this to make them happier. And when I fully awakened, dude, oh my God, everybody around me sounded like robots and NPCs. I'm not trying to be funny. She watches this so well. This one sitting next to me when I had lost my job. But her and my mom and kids receive ultimate mercy, and my dad, because they're friends and loved ones and my ultimate loved ones. But this one next to me, I got videos talking about it. Left out the door. These cats had fleas. I didn't have money for treatment. I didn't have money to take them to the vet. I couldn't even afford cigarettes. I had to donate blood to get money. And when I got my job back, who pajamas are them on that couch? I love my mom. I love my parents. Told me they would help me. When I lost my job, be aware. They don't want you to be awake because they want to manipulate people more. So yes, I woke up crushed. But the highest guild invited me in, and because of their inflated score, like the inflated dollar, the other clans, they're going to be crushed. And when the crushing happens, just like when we lost the Sunfire battle, half the guild quit. Like a lot of people stopped logging on to shit because they're grifters. They like the excitement of win, 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 win. Top, top, top. And the more they get crushed and the more shit happens, when they message me for a home, bye, brother. Now, ultimately, I brought that up to say this. I'm seeing a lot of MAGA betray MAGA. I'm seeing a lot of people turn against Trump now. Seeing a lot of people saying they regret their vote. They don't regret anything. They're hurting right now, and now they're crying. I'm watching videos of people getting put in vans and then put in prisons. I tried to go get help a while back, said I wanted to talk to a psychologist, and they arrested me. And then they tried to give me a felony, but had to drop the charges. I'm telling you all, if you have an opportunity to go somewhere deep and figure it out, please try. You start to lose it, go get help. I'm not mad at you. Do what you're going to do. But what I'm telling you all is you don't need the groups. You don't need the flocks of people. You don't need the books. And the reason I keep bringing up the Bible is because, like I told you all, I am who I am and I use what I will when I need. And the idea of that man, John the Baptist, running, Yehohanan, because that's his name, running in and out of the wilderness trying to save people can be life-changing to your soul if you don't get caught up in a paganism. It's strength. But at the same time, Jews was not killing Jews. Whatever them Afro-Semitic, Afro-Asiatic that they keep saying on Google, Afro-Asiatic, Afro-Semitic languages that aren't connected. Them people were of African and Asiatic descent. The portion of Arabia that's in Africa is bigger than Arabia itself. So, what I like to tell y'all, it's going to be hard times. Just like me. I lost my job, got crushed. Look what happened. I lost certain loved ones, baby mom and loved ones. Look what happened. I got another cousin. I'm not going to bring up all the details, but hit a lick. We was good friends when we was po. We got into it, hit a lick. Ain't hear one word from him. Almost $1 million. It's been maybe 5, 6, 7 years later, that money gone. Everybody has a choice in life. And I'm merciful to few. But that shit that people teach about eternal mercy and eternal grace, your mercy isn't cut off. You cut it off. You go to a place that you can't be saved from. You go to a place where you let people's fucking thoughts and ideas and whatever the fuck get in your mind and screw you over. Fuck all of it. I don't care if you black, white, brown, purple, green, blue. This ain't Mr. Rogers. Oh, we're all equal, because we ain't. Some of y'all are fucking sick. But I don't care what color you is. If you got it, you got it. Awareness comes from taking a step back and realizing what's happening. One moment you might need to snap on an African American, and that ain't racist. And I ain't talking about nothing because sometimes you might need to snap on that person, and sometimes you might need to snap on a Caucasian. That ain't racist or an Asian. But when you do it because of their skin color and because of what people taught you and because of the prejudices you building up because you can't control yourself with self-tolerance, all of my drama on this game started when I posted a picture of me being an African American. I had pictures of kitty cats. And I swear to God, on everything I love, when I posted my fucking African American profile picture and started talking about rappers and world chat and started talking about being from Chicago, these motherfuckers flipped. My brother wasn't my brother no more. And that nigga's Arabic, which means he's half African. Y'all want to be whatever this white shit is? I was an NPC until recently. Thank you, Adonix. Thank you, brother. You posted on one of my videos, brother, stop. And I said, I don't want to be a racist. And I opened my eyes, man, and I started digging deep into I am who I am. And boy, I can see you motherfuckers for what y'all really is. These are tears of joy. I will never shrill for you motherfuckers. Y'all are evil. Y'all have been killing Africans. I think my heart I am awakened. God is from Germanic paganism. When I see black Hebrew Israelites talking about God, you're not black. You're brown. I don't give a fuck what country you from. This shit is twisted. These are tears of joy. I am awakened. Inflation's not real. The dollar's not real. The only thing that's real is what we create and what is. You go sit in a room with $1 million for a week and see if you're still alive. But what I want to tell y'all is everybody that transgresses me, and I don't give a fuck if you know me or know what me means. Everybody that transgresses me will be destroyed. I'm not finna lift a finger to harm none of y'all. But as it is written, it will be. All of you idling, paganizing, racist, anti-gay, but if you are gay, psychotically super homo weirdo in the left field, molesty weirdos, sodomizing psychos. What do I give a fuck what two men do in their bedroom? But no man is about to enter my bedroom. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? All of you sexualizing sexual sadists, but women that are just as crazy. I'm tired of this shit. There's no such thing as misogyny or feminine. It's all bullshit. We're all the same. And on this natural goddamn planet, I've seen male lions humping the fuck out of each other. Y'all kings of y'all prides. But do they do it consistently all the time? No. They have women. Am I telling y'all to go find a dude to hump? No. Am I telling y'all to go find a girl to hump? No. I'm telling y'all to wake the fuck up and stop trying to manipulate everybody. Trump is about to be utterly fucking destroyed, metaphorically speaking. White supremacists are about to be utterly fucking destroyed, physically speaking. Take it how you will. Anybody that's anti another human being because of their preferences in the bedroom, outside of them not causing harm, you will be destroyed. I don't have the patience to play with NPCs anymore. All of you killing other people in other countries, killing people in your own country, mankind will rise and destroy you all. Because one day it's going to get to the point where civilization isn't tolerable enough anymore. And we all know what happens when that day comes. You elites that keep fucking playing, you people in the media that keep putting my people under the bus and making us look evil, you people that keep perpetuating white supremacy, I'm a brown man. So this is what I'm gonna talk about. You people that keep lying about our history and calling us dumb apes and making us look ghetto, I don't give a fuck if you left or right. The next one of you motherfuckers that signed a contract that's against humanity, there will be a name signed on your forehead that you cannot escape. And the day you see my eyes, there will be no turning back. Yea, there is redemption for all men. Why would I create an eternal fire to light y'all forever and ever? That's sadistic. But the day of your redemption, it is redemption because you will no longer dare go back to transgressing who I am. Your instincts won't let you. All of you going into schools and churches shooting shit up, all of you people that's in churches molesting and terrorizing children and beating children because of the will of God or because of the will of your sadism, there's going to come a day when the caliphates, the American army, Israel, and Europe itself won't be enough to stop what's coming. And these cowards, I heard an Arabic prince saying, we jihad with his little towel on. For your words, you will be the first to experience it then. You with your lifeblood would send a slave out to kill himself to prove a point for you? Yeah. Keep looking for descriptions in the Bible and then watch my videos. Look up who the name of y'all pagan is and then look up what my name is. I'm not playing with y'all no more. They wanted my mind slaughtered because why would y'all put Bibles on every fucking corner and then try to lock me up for saying I want to talk to a therapist about religion? I'm awakened and my word is bond and people will follow and the creation cannot harm who I am. The creation cannot go against who I am. I am who I am. Put no gods before who I am. I am the day and hour. The 6,000 years is over. And I will be who I will be. And my will be done on the flesh as it is in the heart.